Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sara Lihz and today I have a funny holiday card for you. It says "Merrier with a Margarita," and when you push our cactus, it blinks on and off. Our little strand of lights does kind of a dance, and on the inside I created an escape hatch for our batteries so you can replace that if it wears down, as all batteries do over time. I just love this one. Let's take a look at what we're using. First, I have Sip Ole from Spellbinders that has our margarita die, and then the cactus that you push on. There's an avocado and a sugar skull, all kinds of fun stuff. The Playful stitched panels, because it's a shaped card. And then we're going to take the strand of lights and light bulbs from the large die of the month from Spellbinders from July. And of course, the star of the show, the Twinkle Lights from Pear Blossom Press, and the press, stamp, and die combo to create that escape hatch. Finally, we'll use a funny sentiment from Sassy's LLC's emergency card kit from July. It's a free download, and I will link to that as well. So what I'm doing first is coming in and ink blending on some very pale green cardstock with a medium green ink. And I'm using a really fluffy brush. The fluffier the brush, the easier it is to blend from sort of dark ink or heavy ink into nothing at all. So this is the shading Sidekick from Trinity Stamps. It's my favorite small to medium blending brush for something like this. I'm also going over our lime wedge and then the white pith of the lime, although I honestly got a little too much ink on that pith. We're going to redo that in a minute. This little piece is the very top surface of our drink, so it looks like there's a little extra something going on there as well. You can see I ink blended a second pith part. That's that white that you have on all of your citrus fruits. I just wanted it to be not stark white, but I didn't actually want it green, somewhere in between. Then I cut my peel, or the rind of the lime, out of a medium green cardstock that will end up being quite a bit darker actually than the inside of the fruit after that ink is fully dry. To put my margarita together, there is a debossed line on the top of this larger piece where that oval sits just perfectly. And then I'm going to go ahead and add it behind the actual glassware that is our cocktail glass or our margarita glass. I'm going around the outside edge with a really thin bead of glue, but I don't want that to ooze onto my ink blending and then maybe make that ink react because it is water reactive. So I will tap that off on the silicone mat that I have off to the side. It's just a coaster really, and I will place that on top of my beverage. I second guessed this. I actually peeled it off and then ended up gluing it right back on where it is. That oval at the top is a perfect fit for the oval at the top of the glass. And so I wasn't sure at first, but when you check the website, it is on there correctly. Next, I'm going to bring in 2 strands of lights. This is actually the same strand I cut twice. There are 3 different strands in there, but I want 5 lights around the rim of my glass, and I want them to look even. So I'm just going to take this second one and flip it upside down. I know that's the ugly side of the die cut, but you're barely going to see any of it. If you didn't have that large die of the month, you certainly could just kind of wing this. You cut out some little circles for the lights themselves, and the only piece of the black part that you'll see is where the strand, the string at the top, connects to the light. It's like this tiny little sliver of black. You could even draw that in with a marker if you wanted to, and no one would notice, right? It would look just fine. I'm going around and I trimmed off where the 2 black ends of the string overlapped because it was going to be too bulky. Then I'm going to make every other light light up with my twinkle light. And so I'm going to trim off the bulb part of each of those, but I'm leaving just at the very top. You see how small that is? A little connector that is almost visible. Like maybe you can't see it at all in the end, but it's pretty close. For each of those spots where I want my light to be, I'm also just bringing in a standard hole punch, and I am punching it's a 1/4 inch hole here because that will really help my light be nice and bright while it's twinkling. It will show through cardstock, but I'm going to put colored cardstock on top of it so that I have colored bulbs. And the more I can do to cut down on how many layers it needs to shine through, the brighter it will be. Around the rim of my glass, I have cut out of some white glitter cardstock my salt for the rim. I would put the back one on first, my friends. I'm gonna put this one on and go, oh, you really can see that overlap. I like better tucking the back one behind the one on the front. It makes it look like a continuous sugared rim instead of there being a seam in there. So here I have my Playful stitched panel. I cut the largest one. It's got some lovely stitching detail and like a wonky Playful border around the outside. And then I have this panel of white shimmer cardstock that I cut to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And again, I'm using the fluffiest brush I have, but this one is larger. It's the Spellbinder's large blending brush to bring actually my darkest teal ink up from the bottom and fade into nothing. The fluffier the brush, the easier that is. I'm going to go ahead and glue this into the center of my Playful stitched panel, and that's just going to make a lovely surface for my cocktail and my sentiment. I'm just trying to get the lay of the land here. So I'm going to have a rectangle sentiment on the right, and the little matte layer is there now. And then I'll get my margarita lined up, and I'm just going to use my pencil to mark a little dot where I want the 3 lights for my twinkle light to be. So it has 3 lights that will blink on and off. When we press the button, there is also the easy light that is 3 lights that don't blink. They just stay on as you press and hold that button. So once I have those holes poked, I just used my pokey tool. I've got one from Trinity. I've got one from Riley and Company. I can't remember which one I grabbed. They're really similar. I just stick it all the way through that hole. I want to make it as large of a hole as I can without it being too big, if that makes sense. So whatever pokey tool you have. Then I added glue all over the back of our margarita, and I'm going to line that up so those holes are perfectly centered in each of the holes that we punched out on the top. Then I'm going to have my lights go pink, blue, pink, blue, pink. I could start gluing things on there now, but I'm still trying to figure out, like, where am I going to put my button? How do I want everything to line up? And I'm realizing I have the heaviest cardstock possible for these pink pieces of cardstock. The lights will show through it, but I want them as bright as I possibly can. So I actually use my pokey tool to sort of peel a layer off of the back of each of those lights. And then I kind of have my layout. So I'm going to grab my twinkle lights. It comes like this. You just put the battery in there, and then you have 3 lights on the ends of the wires, and you push the button, and that's it. It's that simple. So I am going to figure out exactly where I want to put those lights. So I'm going to start gluing things down. I want this little lime wedge down and to the left. I love it sort of leaning against the glass. If you wanted to go more traditional Christmas colors like a red and green, this would be a great opportunity to do that. I love bringing in a little bit of that retro holiday with the pink and blue and green as well, like a real lime green too. Then I'm going to grab my sentiment because I think my button's going to go on my sentiment. This is Christmas Cocktails and Merry Mocktails from Sassy's LLC. That's me. And I do free printable sentiments every month. And so there are some funny cocktail sentiments, but there's also sober, non-alcoholic mocktail sentiments because I don't actually drink. And we're just going to trim these apart using the tick marks. I'm connecting bottom to top and then side to side. I did leave that header intact so that when we rotated, we would still have those tick marks on the side. Next, I'm going to go ahead and glue that sentiment onto my pink matte layer. The sentiment is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4 inches, and the matte layer is 2 3/8 by 1 3/8. Then I will take this teeny tiny little cactus. You guys, he's so cute. I want to put him on everything. And I'm going to add that to the right side. And on the inside, I will just leave a note that says press on the cactus because I think that's really funny. But you could certainly stamp press or press here instead. I have a second Playful stitched panel, and I used a pencil to mark where the button will go right behind that cactus. And then I traced around the outside of our entire battery pack. And I'm going to use the die from the Press, Stamp, and Die bundle and cut what looks like a rectangle out of it, but actually one of those short edges is just a score line, so it creates that little door in the back, so this card can be kept and used for years to come. Then I'm going to mark again a little dot for where the button is going to go because I'm actually going to glue this to the back of the card panel that we just decorated instead of to the inside, because once the door opens, I don't want those wires like bending and moving. I don't want to attach that to the door if I don't have to. So I used some double-sided tape and just adhered down the button and battery. And then because I didn't do huge holes here, right? I just used my pokey tool. I'm looking for the yellow part that's on the ends of these wires. That's the actual light. And I'm pressing that light into the hole, and it sort of fits in there perfectly like a puzzle piece. I love this part. So I'm just, again, kind of wiggling so the yellow part is going to go through, and then I just have some clear Scotch tape that I'm using on the back to hold them in place. I'm actually not pressing that hard on the tape yet in case I want to move something or something needs to jiggle a little bit. But once I'm really confident, you can see I'm constantly flipping it over and checking. Then I'll go ahead and press firmly on that tape. I'm going to gently curl my wires so they'll hide all the way back there, and I'm going to use a little more clear tape just to cover that up. And then I'm going to bring in some 3mm black foam. Ignore all the glue that's on the other panel. It was, you know, highway hypnosis where you like all of a sudden are home and you're not sure how you got there. I had card hypnosis where like all of a sudden there was 1mm foam tape all over the back of my card and I wasn't sure how it got there. So I carefully peeled it apart because that's not enough lift for the battery and button. And I went all over the back with 3mm black foam. I like black here because the cardstock I'm using is black, but if I only had white, then in that second panel where we cut our escape hatch, I probably would have used white because then it blends in a little bit better. I'm putting wet glue all over that foam so that I have a little bit of wiggle time because this is not a perfect rectangle and I wasn't sure if it was going to be tricky to line up. Honestly, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And once I press down firmly, everything is really secure and good to go. I'm going to open the hatch and add a bunch of removable tape runner on there just to hold it closed. It will sit on top of the battery portion of that. And then I can finish decorating this card. So I'll just use my wax pickup stick and layer the blue ones over top of the little black circles that we left on there from before. And you can see, my friends, you can't even hardly see that there was like a strand of lights to go with it because I pretty much covered it all up with that salted rim, but that's fine. I'm putting a little bit of glue on the backs of the pink ones and I'm using my tweezers here because there is sort of a hole, if you will. I need that glue to go all the way to the outside edge of these little Christmas bulbs so that it actually has something to adhere to. Then I know I want to put my score line or my card to open where I don't have that escape hatch for the battery. So I checked the layout for my card and I scored this 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the end, and I will press that backwards. And then I can line everything up perfectly before I press the end with the glue on it onto the rest of the card. But that finishes up Merrier with a Margarita. We have these wonderful blinking lights that are great for all your holiday cards. I love this time of year. Halloween cards, holiday cards, they're all perfect for lights from Pear Blossom. Go ahead and check them out. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that so you don't miss out on more inspiration. Thank you all so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.